So we are going to be sorting out the vegetable garden today, getting it ready for putting some planters here and being able to grow our veggies here this season coming up. First job is to clear. My workers have started already.
Alright.
That's the plan for today. We're going to try and clear this boundary a little bit, just so we've got a bit more depth, a bit more space to put stuff, and we can start planning where we're going to put things. Also thinking about where we're going to rearrange polytunnels, because we've got quite a few all over the place, so that's the plan. It's windy. So this is our veggie garden, or to be. A little bit of a mess at the moment. Going to clear all of this scrub just at the base so we've got a bit more space. Then eventually over here, this big mound, the mystery mound, that's going to all move and that'll give us a bit more space as well. So just to show you as well the elevation change we have. Look how much of a hole our house sits in. And we have water everywhere at the moment. This is the footpath. Hello! See? Water, 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 water everywhere. We need to be able to get the dig around, so Toby's going to take out, it's just a concrete wall in there. He's going to take that out, it's going to be a bit ugly for a bit. He's going to raise the crown on this tree so that we can get up there, and ultimately we're going to grade all of this so that it's a much nicer and more comfortable way of getting up onto the footpath. And then these are the polytunnels, which eventually we're going to start thinking about how we can kind of jiggle these about. It's not elegant, but this eventually we're going to completely open out. I think there might be another lump of concrete behind there as well that needs to come out. Oh look, I just have to show you, look how cute. Look how content. Somebody is very happy that we've got some warm weather. That's lovely. Just one made. It ain't pretty, but hopefully it'll do the job. So back on it again. Today's Sunday, and today we are having a little bonfire for the stuff that's just too big and too woody to go onto the compost. And then this is what's going on behind me. Toby is going to be sorting out the footpath today. We started a little bit sorting this out last weekend, but we're going to do a bit more, just really make this whole area really nice and tidy this weekend. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to do up in the veggie garden. Also, while I'm here are our 2 new raised beds, and we've just lined these with a bit of DPM just to stop the boards from rotting super fast. Really simple construction. All we've done is just done some 100mm posts in the corners and screwed them in with some coach screws there. Then we've just added a little brace just screwed in to the side ones just to give them a little bit of extra strength once they're full. They're quite deep. It's going to need a lot of material to fill these up, so that's going to be interesting. This one was the first one we did. Definitely made a few mistakes on that one. This one we put the posts are a bit longer so that they sit on the ground more, but yeah, they'll do the job. You've seen all these kind of random mounds of spoil, which, as I've said before, these were kind of all dug out from behind the house when this land used to go straight down to the back of the house. This bund here, it's not doing anything other than just storing material. And then this one here was like a leftover relic. As we discovered when we were doing this 2 weeks ago, the ground is actually really, really uneven. And so we've been preparing this ground for ages. We've been laying down cardboard and to kill off the weeds. But actually what we're going to do now is this mound behind me and potentially this mound in front of me, we're going to pull all of that material over and spread it out over this whole area, get it nice and level, and then we'll build the beds on top of that once that ground has settled. That's what Toby's up here to do today, as well as sorting out the footpath. So my job, I am kitted up, ready to go with the brush cutter. This is how we garden in our house. We brush cut rather than like weeding. We have lots of herbaceous borders. They want to be cut right down to the ground, and there's a lot of grasses and a lot of I don't want to call them weeds because they're just plants, you know, in the wrong place, but a lot of grasses and stuff that are just quite happy at this time of year to be cut down. So I'm just going to go along all the beds and cut them all down ready for the new growth once the warm weather begins. We try to leave this sort of stuff as late as we can in the season because insects can sometimes use this for winter habitat, winter refuge. So we don't like to cut this down early in the season. We sort of wait until this time of year when it's sort of, arguably maybe even a tiny bit early, but it's just a question of availability. But look how sort of rotten it all looks. So I'm going to give this a bit of TLC today and see what we can achieve. Just a quick extra bit. This bank here was carved in brambles. This is what it was like before. And this is where Toby's been through already and de-brambled. Because obviously we don't want to pull a load of brambles over onto our vegetable garden. So this all has to come out before we move it. But also we've taken the fence down, yet more horrible barbed wire and stock fencing and stuff. Not necessary for us, so we've got rid of it. There were old gate posts and things all down here, so that's all gone now. And we've been building a few high vernaculars. There's one over there and one over there, otherwise known as a dead hedge. And then Toby's just digging out we have a lot of blackthorn and a lot of hazel, and so we are just removing that. We might remove this because obviously it's a sty to nowhere, and we actually really need a sty down at the bottom end, right the way down there, because it's absolutely knackered. The sheep have just destroyed it, and this is in really good condition actually, so I think we might dismantle that and reassemble it further down. And I'm just going to show you what Toby's been up to because he's making a good mess here. So here we go. This is our new ramp. This is such a massive improvement. We got that. So it's still quite steep, but this means that we can get the mower up here. Hello. Just catching up. You alright? You happy?
Yeah, so that's big enough to get a dumper up.
Yeah, it's good. Just more open as well, it connects the space, it's nice. I find this sort of stuff really difficult. I'm battling a little bit today. I physically find it difficult. I used to be a lot stronger than I am now, courtesy of driving a desk for 5 days a week, and just find like my confidence just leaves me. I find it really hard. Every job I do is a physical and mental challenge. So if you're thinking that this is easy, or like, oh my god, like how are they doing this, like, you know, I couldn't possibly, you probably could, because if I can do it and I find it really hard, then you can probably do it.